Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Books and Buzz, where we discuss the books that don't get the attention we feel they deserve. You've heard of Stephen King, you've heard of J.K. Rowling, but sometimes you haven't heard of people like Annie Hartnett. Or in today's case, we're going to be discussing indie author Jessica Fisette, who happens to be a friend of mine. We'll get to her in just a moment, but for the time being, I'd like to discuss briefly our sponsors, Burning Bush. Now, there's some news coming out of the medical cannabis industry, for us anyways. We are currently in the process of purchasing a 3-acre lot where we are just going to put up solar panels, possibly a greenhouse in the future, keep it all organic, but the greenhouse will help us also go green, and that's something that we feel that more industry should do. So, that's all there is for the bud industry right now. We're not going to be rolling any joints today. We're not going to be weighing out stuff for our patients. We're just going to be talking about books. So, my friend, as I mentioned, Jessica Fisette, sorry if the glow is making it hard to see that, but this is her book. It's called Fire and Ice. It's book 1 of the Alderian Chronicles. Now, if you like what I'm about to say about that book, I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Book 1, I just checked before I started the video, is currently for free, so there's no excuse not to try it. Give it a shot, see if you like it for yourself. If you do, purchase book number 2, 3, and so on. So, Jessica did a pretty good job. I even left her a review. I left her a 4-star review. I couldn't leave her a 5 because, you know, she's an indie author and she doesn't have the big houses to help her out and to really point her in the right direction, to really edit it as well as you could. There isn't somebody working around the clock to make sure that this thing is as polished as possible. But that's just the way it is with the independent industry. With that said, she did a good job. She got a 4 out of me. I'm hoping that this gets her a few more sales or at least some clicks on her page because she deserves it. It's not really my type of book. It's kind of a YA, I hope I'm saying this right, but a magical realism book where the protagonist, this girl named Allie, she has these powers. The book is called Fire and Ice. Well, she's ice, and her boyfriend Phoenix is fire, and together they really enhance each other's powers. Well, they get separated, and she gets into an accident where she almost drowns, and some mysterious person saves her. So that really brings us into the book where she's trying to find out who it was that saved her, what happened to Phoenix, and now that they're separated, she doesn't have a good grasp of her powers anymore, which comes at an awful time because these really dark people are after her. Fortunately, we're introduced to this other character. His name is Alec. Now, Alec, he spends the most time in the book besides Allie. So I guess he's your B character. And he just takes her on a journey to get her away from all these people. And most of the book is just their escape. Well, I'd say a third of the book is their escape. The first third is her discovering that they're trying to figure out what happened, losing her powers, losing Phoenix. The second third is her escape with this guy, Alec. And the last third basically wraps it up after Alec gets taken away by these bad people in an attempt to save her. She meets up with some other characters, Elise and Valerie. It's spelled Vallyrie. I wrote it down so I could spell it out. You guys can figure out what it sounds like. It sounds like Valerie to me. But she meets up with these girls. Apparently one of them is dating Alec. The other one's dating Alec's brother, this guy named Jans, who we never really meet in the book to the end. It's too bad because he's got one hell of an important character, as you'll find out. But anyways, the whole time Alec is trying to help Allie escape and bring her to this nice community where people with these magical abilities can kind of live in peace. He's telling her a lot about her past. He's helping her develop her powers. And he's even teaching her how to telepathically communicate, how to read people's minds, which comes in extremely handy towards the end of the book when she wants to learn a few more things about her past. The whole book is basically building up to the bigger picture, which I imagine the Alderian Chronicles is going to continue for a while because it seems like there's a lot here that Jessica basically only barely scratched the surface of. So I'm eager to see what she does. She did a good enough job with book number 1, gave it away for free, so I clicked on it, read the whole thing. I'm probably going to pick up book number 2. If that wows me, I'll continue on. But anyways, like I said, I'll leave a link for that below. Um, if you'd like to know more about Jessica, I strongly urge you to, I'll tell you briefly how her and I met. She is one of the administrators of this Facebook group titled Writers Unite and Writers Unite Worldwide. I became a member several years ago, and about 3 years ago they released their very first anthology, which I submitted to. They accepted my story. It was called Harness. Eventually, I've been published in 3 of their anthologies since. The newest one, Dimensions of Mystery. Dimensions of Mystery isn't been released yet. Within the next couple weeks, it should be. And I'll probably order a copy, and I'll have all 3 of the books here. I might do a video on those. I don't know. But between Jessica and the other administrators, Lynn, Deborah, just wonderful woman. If you're a writer, if you're a reader, you want to pop on in and see what they're all about, just look up Writers Unite Worldwide on Facebook. Wonderful group. They've been very supportive of me and my writing. They all seem to really appreciate what I do. So I want to drop a little bit of respect for Jessica and the indie community at large. We'll be doing more indie books. If you have some that you would like to recommend, please leave them in the comments below. If you are an independent writer or would like to recommend your own book, that's been happening. It's a hard world out there. There's a lot of books. You can't read them all. But I will try to get to your book because I appreciate you following me. I appreciate you clicking this video. That's it for Books and Buds today. I love the hell out of you. Stay cool, everybody.